The Prophet said anyone who recites it will never feel depressed again. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that you will never feel sad. But it means that when you do, when you become a little bit anxious, depressed, and so on, you will be able to cope with the situation in a much better and calmer manner. You will not lose your insanity. You will not commit certain acts that are haram, harming yourself and the like. Why? Because you have that faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet ﷺ, after he finished the dua, he said what? Anyone who heard them must learn them. Allahumma inni abduk, ibnu abdik, ibnu amatik. Oh Allah, bear witness that I am your slave, and I am the son of your male slave, and I am the son of your female slave. By Allah, my brothers and sisters in Islam, who talks like that? Have you ever sit in your corner one day and say, Ya Allah, bear witness, I am your slave? Doesn't Allah know this? No one utters these words except a desperate person who needs Allah's intervention. 𝗳𝗂 𝗵𝗴 Ya Allah, my entire destiny is in your hand. مَاضٍ فِيَّ حُكْمُكَ Your judgment upon me is gonna pass. There is no way your judgment will not pass in this existence. عَدْلٌ فِيَّ قَضَاءُكَ Anything you decide for me is fair and just. Don't ever look at the sky and say, why me? Don't ever do that. This is not the characteristic and attitude of a believer. أسألك بكل اسم هو لك I ask you by every name you have named yourself with. سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك. Why was the Prophet ﷺ making that very long dua? To ask Allah for one thing, and that is أن تجعل القرآن ربيع قلبي ونور صدري وجلاء همي وحزني. I ask you, Ya Allah, to make the Quran the spring of my life, the center of my existence, and the remover of my sadness, my depression, my grief, and so on and so forth. How many of you have spotted one very important secret in this dua, that without it, the dua itself is useless? The Quran, barakallah feekum, barakallah feekum. Imagine if you say, Ya Allah, make the Quran the spring of my life. Make the Quran the spring of my life, but you don't read it. You don't read it. The Quran is only on the shelf. You visit it on Ramadan only. If you don't have a connection with the Quran on daily basis, reading it, studying it sometimes, not every day you must read it. That's like something you can't live, you can't skip a day without going through few lines of the Quran. But aside from that, memorize few lines every now and then. Aside from that, study one surah from A to Z, tafsir, read about it, listen to a lecture about it. Build that strong connection with the Quran, then ask Allah to make it the spring of your life, and you will be able to cope with any disaster that may come your way.